Hi, everyone. Hey, glad to be back. Glad to see you all back here as well. Hope you guys have had a wonderful week so far. So, we'll get started pretty soon. So, just to kind of give an update what I've been doing as of lately. So, most of you probably already know, I've been doing this trend where I'm drawing like different characters with under different letters. And in this particular case, last week, and I'll probably show you a little bit later on in case for anybody else that comes in. This is what I ended up doing last week, is where I did all characters under the letter A. So I did Hermes, Hercules, Helga, Happy from 7D, Heifer, Hampton Pig, and Homer. But I think today will be a great day to go with the letter P. There's quite a number of characters with the name P, so I think I'll use that. Now, I think for my first character that I'm going to draw that's P-based, I think I'll draw probably one of the most famous, Patrick Star. So let me start with a loose sketch like right here. Even Star, he's got a very pear-shaped body. For his eyes. Let's get his mouth. Let's get his arms. Might bring his little pear body down a little bit more. There we go. Then bring out his legs. And also another thing I think I draw Patrick here is that I already drew him earlier for Inktober earlier this week for Inktober. So I think I might as well draw him again. There we go. Now I got his general body down because he's got a fairly simple design. Let me bring out his shorts a little bit more. They have the little flowers on his shorts. Bring his legs out a little bit more. All right, now that we've done that, let's go and bring our sketch out, refine it with this black pen. The other reason I was kind of compelled to do this drawing of Patrick was that his voice actor on Bill Fabricate, his birthday was not too long ago, so I feel kind of inspired to do that. Fabric, he's done quite a bit of voice acting throughout the years. But Patrick, that's considered his most famous role he's done. drooping. And of course, as usual, guys, I am going to also plan on coloring all these in as well. So they're not going to stay just red and black lines for the whole time. You draw little dots because, you know, starfish, Patrick, I mean, just like real starfish, are very bumpy. So I'll draw a little bit of bumps on him. All right. So that looks good. So now that I've got Patrick in, let's see what other characters we can do. And you know what? I think I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm actually going to go ahead and do Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. One's a genus, the other's insane. In this case, we'll be drawing the insane. Let's see. I think I'll just draw his head here because I want to try to get quite a good number of characters in here. So we start with his head, his cranium, his large snout. Get little eyes. Let's get his cheeks for his mouth. Let's get his ears. His little tuft of hair. His other ear. More to find type, his large buck teeth. All right, now we got general rough sketch. Let's start refining him more as well. His eyes a little bit bigger. There we go. That looks more like him. Here we go. Actually, bring. I've overlapped the P. I don't mind go ahead and doing that. Since these are all duos, I'm not worried about them being perfect. All right, so as usual, let's get our black pen out again. Also, another thing is I'm doing Pinky. This also has to be voiced by another character, by another voice that I'm also a fan of, Paulson, Rob Paulson. This is always one of his more famous and iconic roles. Normally giving for his eyebrows. This gives a little tuft of hair at the top right here. It's color in his eyes. All right, so now let's see what we can do next. We've already got Patrick. Let's do Pinky. You know what? I'll do another iconic P-name character, Pikachu. And see, where am I gonna put her? I'll put her right here. Here we go. And she's fairly small. Put her ears. And also, I think it's my first time I'm actually drawing this character, so this will be quite a neat challenge. This round head has got a wrong, like pear-shaped body. And short, stubby arms. Long, beady eyes. Let's get the mouth. Let me refine this a little bit more. That's not looking right to me. Let's see. Let me kind of bring this IO down a little bit more too, more as well. Because you have to make sure I have room for like circular colored cheeks, his rose colored cheeks. There we go. Now we get this little rabbit ears going. Put one here. Put one here. Okay, now it's looking more like Pikachu. Yeah, see, sometimes whenever I'm drawing things, like usually I have to really kind of like step back, kind of look at it to see what's not working. Just kind of work at it a little bit. And then eventually you do come up with the what looks right. He's got his little feet. Yeah, looks good. Oh, I almost forgot. Her most providing feature. Her large electronic tail, her zappy tail. There we go. All right. Let me bring this up so you can see a little more. There we go. Perfect. All right. Let me start refining a little bit more. Her color in most of her eyes, she's got very black beady eyes. Guys, so whoever designed these characters, they did a masterclass job in designing them. Like, because even though they're all technically monsters or pocket monsters, that's what Pokemon translates to is pocket monsters. They had a knack for making all these characters look being incredibly adorable. It takes real skill of art and design to really pull that off. Might have made the eyes a little bit too big, but that's fine. We're gonna roll with it for this stream. Get the tips of her ears. Let's get her hands. Get her mouth. Guys, it's probably been years and years since I ever tried drawing this character, because I think it was probably back when the show was still new. Everyone was into it, and I was into it for a big while too. We watched the show, we had some of the books, we had some of the games. I vaguely remember seeing their first movie too. It's funny to think about now how I think the movie was called First Movie. Like they knew there was gonna be more. I'm going to color these in with red. Since we got a little red pen here. Let's color his other cheek in too. All right, there we go. So now we got Pikachu. So we got 3 characters. Let's see what else can we add. You know what? I think I'll add another famous Pete game character. I'm gonna go do Porky. And so I think, where do I want to put him? You know what? I think I'll put him right here. So I have circular for his cranium. Got a small oval for the bottom of his chin. Add a little bit for his ears. I'm just being very light. Being very light. Get some drawing as features. And his eyes. Let's get his little snout. Let's get his little mouth. Let's get his little eyebrows. There we go. Let me bring this up so you guys can see this a little bit better. Yeah, actually, voice sounds a lot better now. So, because what happened is, earlier last week, I was still recovering from a cold, so I still had a pretty hard cough. So, for anyone who was here for last week, that's why I was coughing so much. Now you can see I still kind of have a little bit of it now, but it's not. Thankfully, it's not as bad as it was, before. Yeah, and also just kind of recap just from last week, even though I've already done it earlier. That last week I did characters from the letter H. So these were all the characters, I had done. So I did Hermes, I did Hercules, I did Homer, I did Helbert Tacky, I did Happy from 7D, and Heifer from Rocko's Modern Life. I did Hampton J Pig. And so now fast forward to this week's stream, doing his predecessor, the original Porky. So let me go and actually kind of get his ears. You can see the difference in the design. Porky, you wear space, with Hampton, he had very large eyes, he had larger ears, bigger snout. Everything with Porky, it's actually a little bit smaller, but his cranium size is a lot larger. Let's bring it out a little bit more here. Let's bring his little snout out here. All right, so hands of 4. Let's refine them with our black pen. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Let's get his mouth. Let me get that. Make sure that's nice, more defined. On top of the stream I'm doing, I am still planning on doing another post for Inktober. Not really sure what I'm gonna draw just yet. I may have kind of check out the prompt, see, what it's on the prompt, and see what I'll do for today, or I'll just do something different. Because when it comes Inktober, I prefer to kind of do my own thing, just kind of try different stuff and draw whatever I like at the moment. Like for an example, here's some of the stuff I did yesterday. So yesterday for Inktober, I actually drew hand. I know yesterday's prompt was golden, but I felt like drawing some hands since I normally don't draw hands that often. And here's some other Inktober stuff I've actually done as well. So like day 5, I did Patrick Star. So day 4, I just did Keys. Day 3, I did Ray Parker Jr. Day 2, I just did a profile shot. And day one, I did Dusty. So I'm just doing a lot of different things. I'm not really sticking to just one prompt when I'm actually drawing from Inktober, which I usually don't do. But every now and then, if I'm just kind of stumped on ideas, I will kind of like return to the prompt just in case if I'm really stumped on ideas. We kind of bring out his ears a little bit more. We get his other ear. Maybe it's a little bit darker here. All right. We color in those eyes. Whoever liked the stream, thank you. I appreciate it. Glad to know you're enjoying the stream. Hey, hey Shay, how you doing? Dark Eyes? Yes, I am. So to recap, I'm basically doing a thing where I'm drawing like different characters under different letters. So for today, I'm doing P. So far I've done Patrick Star, I've done Pinky, I've done Pikachu, I've done Porky, and now let me see what other character I can do next. Give me just a few seconds. Other names that begin with P. You know what? I think I'll let you draw a character I don't think I've ever drawn before, but yet I used to watch show all the time. I think I'll do Penny Proud from the Proud family. I was realized, well, it was just one of my favorite shows growing up, but yet I've never drawn this character. So this is my first time, so this will be a great challenge. We get her eye, because here's our eyes are more ovalish. Here's out of our cranium. Let's get her mouth. So we have her chin and her jaw. Get her ears. Also, let's get her hair. Get the other part of her hair. Get part of her ponytails. Get her other ponytail here. Get that one mole right here. That's where I have her pee right next. You know what? I think that's a good idea. I think I will try and fit in there. I think I'll actually do him next right after I'm done with Penny. Now, I admit, I haven't seen the new reboot show just yet. I've heard some mixed opinions about it, but I figure overall, at the same time, I've heard it's pretty good. Especially, it helps that they did get a lot of the original cast back. Let's get her ear. Let's get her hair. Let me bring out the part of her hair just a little bit further down. There we go. Oh, that actually not better than I thought. Seeing as my first time drawing her. Excuse me, I'm coughing. Sorry, I'm coughing so much. I apologize. Wasn't Pan trying to make an ultimate peanut butter recipe, but fails every time? I think I do vaguely remember that. Or either that was Oscar Proud that was doing. I forgot either one. It's been such a long time. But I can't remember if it was Penny or if it was Oscar Proud. Maybe it was both. Yeah, I really get trying to check out the reboot, but also check out the original show too, because it's just been so long. Because funny enough, I think when I first started watching Disney Channel, it was actually one of the first shows I had watched. In fact, it was actually brand new at the time when I first started watching the show. Because this was around the time, I think, when Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network started changing up. Cartoon Network had Adult Swim. Nickelodeon started doing a lot more sitcoms. So when I started expanding my shows, I started looking towards Disney Channel because I really didn't watch Disney Channel all that much. Early, early on in the '90s. It really went to the turn of the century. I really started watching Disney Channel, and I really started watching them a lot more. I know you look like Pikachu. Yeah, I did too. I think almost everyone. I think when Pokemon was new, everyone dug Pokemon, especially Pikachu. And plus, it helps that with helps that whoever designed these characters. I forgot the name of the person who actually designed these characters. They did a great job as far as actually making all these little pocket monsters, because that's what Pokemon really stands for. It's pocket monster, making them just make them very adorable, which makes them very appealing. I was wearing a Cartoon with a Nick kid. Yeah, I was pretty much kind of the same way too. So for me, usually throughout the day, it be Nick Jr. and Nickelodeon for pretty much all the morning and afternoon. Then pretty much for evening and all into late at night, it was always Cartoon Network. But then after a while, once I started watching Disney Channel, then it was usually Nickelodeon in the day, Cartoon Network in the afternoon and evenings, and then Disney Channel late at night. So let's color in her eyes. Let's go ahead and color in her hair while we're at it. Since we're going to move on to another character pretty soon. Also, even though I've shown it before, let me try to show you what I did last week again. So for last week, I ended up doing like these three characters all with the letter H. And so I'm kind of continue with my trends, kind of like drawing like different characters in different letters, because I had H that last week. Before that, was Z. And of course, before that it was D. And before that, it was B. So in case I got any new people who actually come in for streams for the first time, I just want to give you an idea. Like that's what I've been doing. People like Pikachu was a jerk in the first. You know what? Wow, she kind of was in the first season. Now that I vaguely remember, I do vaguely remember that. But I remember like back when that show was new. Like everyone is of course, we had the toys, we had the little books, so you had some of the games. I remember going to go see the first movie. It's funny I was called first movie because they knew it would be a huge like movie franchise like further down the line. And for a while, I think that was really the only anime I've ever really watched was Pokemon. And then maybe Digimon, but I never really got into Digimon all that much. Because it really wasn't until like much later in life I really started checking out like other anime, aside from like Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z. And I started checking out other stuff. All right, give me just one moment. I see. I think the reason they think it's a black tip tail because he acts different than other Pikachu. Just also want him to stand out physically. Yeah, that definitely makes. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Yeah, I definitely see that. I haven't think about it like that. For instance, on YouTube. Yep, indeed he is. And you see, I tend to like try out different characters from different different franchises. So I'm gonna take your suggestion. I'm actually gonna go ahead and draw Peter Rabbit. I think I'll actually draw him right here because I have at least one or two other characters I still want to actually draw as well. Actually, you know what? Let me go draw him here because I know I'll probably need a little bit more space. Let me just draw his little cranium. Let me bring it up because I still want to have room to draw a little collar of his blue shirt. That's kind of his thing. And it's probably like an old old storybook. I'm actually kind of basing a little bit more off the movie that they did of him a few years back. It was like a live action CG animated movie. I haven't had a chance to see the whole thing, but I've heard it's actually pretty good. So let me get this eyes. Let me get his mouth. Because here with this particular design, it's not as anthropomorphized as some of the other animal characters I've drawn. This one's almost more close to how like a real rabbit looks. Just bring out his head a little bit more. There we go. Let's get his little ears. Yeah, sorry if I have these spells, if I tend to not to talk too much. It's like usually like a lot of times if I really get in the zone, or if I'm drawing stuff I think that I'm really get focused on, tend not to talk, as much. He has a little tusk for his hair. There we go. And the Peter Rabbit shorts, I think it's been years and years ever since I think I've read any of the books. I've heard about Peter Rabbit TV shows, but I've heard from documentary from Chase Media. Yeah, because of Peter Rabbit, I'm more familiar with the new movie that they did not too long ago. It was live action CGI. I think they did two of them now. Now that I remember, I think it was two. And even when I've only seen it in parts, I've actually heard a lot of people say it's really faithful to, like the original stories. You get his little teeth. I could have get that nose a little bit better, but let's roll with it. That's fine. We're gonna roll with it. Let's get his other eye here. Let's get his little furry cheeks. Let's get the collar of his blue shirt, which we will be coloring in a little bit later on. And it's cool because I got at least two more characters I'm definitely planning on putting together either here or here. So that'll be very exciting once I finally get to them. Let me get his little ears. Those appear may have been inspired by Brer Rabbit, despite the different distance. They were mostly oral until the 1890s. I can actually see that. That's actually not surprising. Because Brer has been around for extremely long time as well. The maintenance of birds are more exotic, like Looney Tunes. That's true. They are very episodic. That character shift was have to be a myth. I'm here to record. Yep. If you're exactly right. Here's our create Peter Rabbit, one of those famous characters everyone ever seen. Yeah, both of those bunnies that pretty much have a very long history in all types of media. In stories, in movies. in cartoons. Oh, sorry, I was checking the time. And he's kind of got little beady eyes. Do you got Periwinkle Bellflower afterwards? Do you ever give him the Bellflower bunnies? I'll see if I can fit him in somewhere. All right, give me just one moment. I need to switch pens for a moment. Because one I have running out of ink. All right, so before I get that other one, let me see if I can try to fit one right here. And I think for here, I'll do Poe, the Dragon Warrior from Kung Fu Panda. And he's got a very wide face. Be essential for his eyes. He has a little nose. He has a little chin. Let me see. How does this turn? That does not turn like how I was expecting. Let me work at this just for a little bit more. Let me work at this guy just a little bit more. Let me get his snout going. Let me get more of a smile going as well. His eyes. This section where his eyes are. Section around his eyes. And put things where his hand. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there. It's been a while since I've drawn this character too, so this was a little trickier than the others. It's a little bit tricky, so I'm really not really talking. I'm trying to kind of get this one now. This one looking all right. PC. Now let's kind of refine him and refine Poe just a little bit more. A large nose. And color his bottom lip. We get Poe's eyes here. Maybe bring those out. And we kind of lightly color those in. We color his circles around his eyes. Okay, now it's starting to look a little bit more like him. So good. The dude's looking good, drawing one of the best Dreamers characters. I think your PNCs are my personal favorites there. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, that one I remember it took a long time to put together. Especially initially, because it's actually there's two versions. There was one I did back, I think around 2019. And there was I think around 2019, I did that around no, actually 2020. I think I did around 2020 for Drawtober. And I drew it there, but I redrew it again like earlier, like not too long ago, because much as I like it, I really want to kind of do it again. And personally, I like that turn. And also, I'm glad to know that everyone else seemed to really like that one too. Because it's a matter of trying to get all the designs to look right, especially since they're all like CG characters. Having to draw them in a more flat, illustrative style, like mine, like that was kind of a challenge just to get to look pretty good. His overall shape. I might use some white to kind of bring out the eyes a little bit more later on. The fourth one is apparently going to involve a chameleon character that was shapeshifted and oppose original enemies, Lord Shang, Tai Lung, and Kai. Huh, now I didn't know that. That's going to be interesting. I'm always curious what they were going to do with the fourth, because it felt like with the third one, they'd already reached like a pretty good conclusion, like story-wise. now that he's become a kung fu master, he's become a teacher. So I was always curious to see, where they're going to go from there. So that's interesting to know. I'll say that's really interesting to know. All right, give me just one moment. Give me just one moment. Let me switch up my pen again. That might we get two more. I think I can fit one right here. Honestly, I wasn't planning on drawing this character, but I think I'll do it since I know he'll fit right here. The trailer was leaked back in May. It was 20% finished, 6% storyboard, and 30% rough blocking. The thing about Universal Multi, but here. Oh wow! Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know there was one that was leaked. I might have to check that out a little bit later. Cause I'm trying to think the movie. I'm trying to think the movie scheduled to be released. I think in 2005, if I recall, 4 or 5. Yeah, I can get Perry's tail down here. There's a new Fox Care and Waterside film. Oh wow! See, now I'm definitely have to check out check out updates for Movie after this stream because that's really fascinating. Because it's like I knew there was a fourth one coming out, but I hadn't really kept up. As far as when it's gonna come out, what's gonna be about. I'm just hoping it'll still be good though, because because a trilogy, I think so. I think it's a pretty solid, trilogy. And funny enough, I noticed most of DreamWorks stuff. I feel like pretty much most of their trilogies have probably been pretty solid because Kung Fu Panda trilogy was pretty solid. How to Train Your Dragon, their trilogy was fairly solid. I've seen the Bellflower's bunnies before. Yeah, once I'm done with Perry here, I think I'll do. I think I'll probably fit Bellflower here. Have that be the last one before I start, coloring everything in. Let me bring out the P more here. Mentioned simply fantastic for all ages. Oh, that's good to know. Like I think it's like I vaguely remember hearing about the series, but I think I heard about the series, but I don't think I've ever really watched it. But do a photo reference that I can use to get a good idea. Let me go put it in right here. Yeah, and I think once I'm done with drawing this character, it's actually I'm going to move on to coloring pretty soon. Yeah, because I can see, like I try to draw, like I kind of do these little streams. I try to fit, as many characters as I can. This is probably the most I think I've done so far. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so this will be the most I've gotten on one stream. This time around. Yeah, and that like. And the thing is, when as far as stream, I didn't really set out to kind of really do like all these streams with all these different characters and these different names and the same letter. It's just something that just kind of came to me, and no, I just kind of really stuck with it. So almost kind of like a little mini series in a way. Also it just feels good, to actually finally to kind of go back to streaming on a regular schedule again because, as most of you probably already know, that I've had to kind of keep canceling or rescheduling on Sundays due to various things going. Because a lot of times it's been for work, other times it's for other or like errands I've had to do. So it feels good to be back on my regular schedule where I can actually stream on the times like I normally stream. Let me bring down this little fur here. Bring the top of hair to top. Yeah, I think this show probably came out much later, long after my time, so that's probably why I haven't heard about it. Let me go and refine this a little bit more. And also, I had mentioned before, still kind of trying to kick like the remnants of this cold because cold's pretty much gone. It's just that I still got this cough that's still kind of lingering. So of course, I'm taking like little cough drops to kind of like get rid of that. And so I won't be coughing all the time when I talk. Like it was actually worse than my last stream because I think like like every other word like I would try and say, I would end up coughing all the time. And so thankfully, at least that's not happening, like this time around. Thankfully, that's not happening. That's but it's always the annoying thing, with the colds. Like the always thing that always tend to linger around. It's either congestion, which like things didn't happen this time, or it's this cough. And I also feel good kind of doing the stream because between between working the job, between working my job, I haven't really had time to really kind of draw as much as I'd like. So that was making doing Inktober, a lot more challenging than usual because that's because I am doing Inktober again. And so I'll probably show it again in case anyone hasn't seen already. So this is some stuff I've been doing for Inktober. So like for yesterday, well really late last night, I did hand from day 6. While another one for 5, I did Patrick Star from from SpongeBob, of course, with being Star. For what's that? Speaking of Playtpus, why I can only find a few zones, but there are at least 2 zoos in America having friends in the Bronx Zoo. I've heard there was one in San Francisco. I didn't know they had some in the Bronx too. That's good to know. You'll think. I know for 4, I did Keys. For 3, I did Ray Parker Jr., Ghostbusters. I was always tempted to do Peter Venkman on here, being a Ghostbusters on here, but I don't think I'll be able to fit him on here. Cool, we get ready to color pretty soon. Day 2, I did Profile. And day 1, I did Dusty. And pretty much this pretty much how my sketchbook looks nowadays when I'm not streaming. Because I really don't have much time to really draw as much as I'd like, but I try to make time when I can. All right, so now we can move on to the fun part of the stream, which is coloring. So let me see what color I want to break out first. Then, as always, I'll start with my favorite one to start off with, yellow. So I'm going to start with coloring in Pikachu. So almost anything that I'm drawing, coloring is always the favorite part for me. I feel as then characters can really start coming to life at that point. Let me bring it up so you guys can see them a little bit better. And hopefully, my biggest schedule, I'll still have time to really kind of finish Inktober, because those actually people almost consider on passing on Inktober, for this year, because I've been so busy as of lately. But I figure, what, if I have time, I'll try to make time, whenever I can. It's really kind of all right. Go back with some paint. Let's color in her mouth. While we're at it, let's go and color in Patrick while we're at it. There we go. Color in. Now, since he has more like a warm pink, I might add a little bit of orange a little bit later on, just kind of warm it up. Actually, this pencil's not dull. Let me go and sharpen it just for a moment. All right, much better. Speaking of Patrick, I know he has that new show called The Patrick Show. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard it's just okay from what I've heard. First, it has moments, but I've heard it is just okay. There we go. Got him looking pretty good. Let's see what else I can color. Well, I got this. Let me go color in Porky as well. Let me get him in while we're at it. I think I'll do a lighter layer of pink for him here. Just a lighter one. Maybe I'll color a little bit darker, you know, it's on his mouth and his snout. But everything else, I'm going to be very light. Just very light. There we go. So now I colored in Porky. Let's go and color in Pinky. Let's color in his ears. Let's get his other ear. And whenever I do this, I always try to make sure I do like a wide variety, you know, of different characters. Didn't want to stick characters just from one show or just from one company. I like to do a different variety because I feel my drawing style, I always pull from a lot of different things. I pull it from different things I've read, different things I've seen, different shows I like to watch. And I like to pull from a lot of different things. All right, let's get some orange. Let me warm up like Pat. Ooh, almost dropped the rest of my pencils. Let me kind of warm up like the rest of the skin just for a moment. Thought I had an orange one. Thought I did have one. Okay, here we go. Fantastic. Here we go. And I'm just being very light as I'm going over the pink. I'm not going too hard, but just light up, just kind of warm up the pink just a little bit. Just very lightly, very lightly. Yeah, some of it comes to mixing colors. You don't have to be too heavy-handed. Sometimes all you need is a very tiny amount. Just a very tiny amount. Same thing for Porky as well. I'm only got a very tiny amount of orange here as well. Yeah, I'll color a penny here too. Even though I'm gonna use brown for you, I think I'll start off, you know, using orange as a base. A lot of times I do like to, if I want to get the nice color that I want, I tend to like to mix at least two or three colors together to get the nice color that I want, especially if I don't have it on hand. While we're at it, we go and color in Periwinkle while we're at it. And normally when it comes to coloring, like a lot of times I will use colored pencils, but you can see other times I tend to use markers. Other times I'll just use like felt tip pens. I always prefer using colored pencils because they're so simple actually to pick up and use. Because they're so simple to pick up and use, that makes them like very easy accessible. Oh, let me go and color him. There's beak while we're at it. I seriously need to rewatch Phineas and Ferb, like, because I know I've caught a few episodes in passing the positive recently. I forgot this was a really fun show. And the thing is, like, I remember back when it was out, I watched it, I liked the show. But I think it went into like much later on when I rewatched it, it was like, oh wow, this is actually a really funny show. All right, let's break out some brown. We start by coloring in Penny here, filling out her complexion. Here's one since I got here, I'll just use the color in her hair too, since I have it. Yeah, probably showing my age here, but yeah, I think this show, I think it was brand. I remember thinking when I first got first did this show was brand new, so that was September 2021. No, 2001. My mistake. Here we go. Might use orange again for Peter Rabbit here, but let me see how just the regular brown looks. Probably a little space here. A little space here around his little mouth. Get the little tufts of hair for our little rabbit Perry here too. Trying to think what else was I getting ready to mention. What was it? That'll come back to me. And so you can see when I'm doing all these like alphabetized like characters, I'm not really going in particular order because I just kind of want to draw what I kind of feel like doing on that day. Like one day I might want to do P, one day I might want to do Q, one day I might want to do H like I did last week. Plus, I think it always makes it a lot more fun that way in a way. Because while I do try, really plan these dreams out, I still like to have a bit of spontaneous. Oof, I messed up that word tighter. Spontaneity, probably how it's pronounced. To really kind of keep everything interesting. All right. That looks pretty good. Now, let's get some green in here. Get some green in. Let me color in his shorts. All right, so that's looking all pretty good. Let me do Perry while I'm at it, since he's up here. There we go. Let me kind of get Picard going a little bit darker than Patrick Short. All right. Let me get Poe's eye because he has green eyes. Know that. All right, so let me see what's next. We colored his ears here. Let me get Pinky's nose here. We go and color that in. Also, let me color in his eyes. He's got blue eyes. Like his whole pupils are blue. Also, let me get Pikachu his signature blue shirt. Make sure that's colored in. Yeah, that's why when I drew Peter, I want to make sure I added enough room so you'll be able to see his signature blue jacket. That's like the big part of his design. Let me make that a little bit darker. There we go. Now it looks more like the one he normally has. I think I'll use blue for P as well. Or actually, I'll use a different color. I think I'll do purple instead. Becoming the flowers on Patrick's shorts. All right. All right, let me just do I think we're almost done here. Let me just kind of break a couple other colors here to kind of like fill things out. Just kind of make everything look a little bit neater. Just kind of get some areas that I miss. All right. Let me see. Anything else? So I got everything colored in. You know what? I remember what I was going to use. It's going to use this gel print to kind of bring his eyes back out. So I'm going to use that to kind of bring his eyes back out. Since I know some people probably say that red is a little bit distracting. Okay, that looks much better. All right, let me kind of work at just a little bit more here. There we go. There we go. Let me get a little color. Yeah, I'm just kind of going around, just adding faint touches to the rest of these characters. Add some touches here, add some touches there. You know what? Let me use the white up for Pikachu here. Bring up the highlights a little bit better. Out here, let me add some white for her eyes here. Add little highlights here. I always like to use like little white these gel pens for highlights. They really come in handy. I'll use it for Peter Rabbit here. All right. Okay, guys, I believe that is it for today. So we managed to hit a new record on how many characters we were get on screen, get on same through the paper in one stream. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9. So that's way more than I was expecting to fit on here today, but we managed to pull it off, and I'm glad we did. All right, so guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed sitting on the stream. I really enjoyed working on the stream as usual. I hope to see you guys again, like same time, Saturday morning, same time as usual. Until then, like enjoy your week. I'll just keep doodling and drawing if you like doing it. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Have a great day.